What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I know this is the video a lot of you waiting on. I know. Now excuse me for this video because I'm gonna come off kind of weird and a few points for this video. I'm gonna be very to the point with this, but at the same time, I'm gonna give you my professional take on a few things. And I'm going to ask you guys a few questions, and you guys can answer this in the chat, okay? Now, first thing I'm gonna ask you guys: do we really care about NPD anymore? Do we even care anymore? Do we? Do we care about the NPDs anymore? PlayStation's at a record of 50-0 in terms of worldwide, going against Xbox, and yet you got dudes hyping up, the fact that they came in second place over PlayStation and they lost overall to the Switch, and they're calling that an epic win, and they're attacking YouTubers left and right. It's gotten so bad where you got retarded trolls. Now, this is where this video is going to get kind of weird. This is going to be a mixture of my reaction to these dudes who are replying to the whole NPD situation and the dudes who are going beyond retardation, or just reaching beyond retarded levels to try and troll because they're angry over this whole situation. Listen, unless you own stocks in these companies, unless you are getting paid by Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo, you should not be caring at all about NPD or how well a company did in this particular aspect, okay? Now, yes, I'm guilty of a few things. I've called out the NPD numbers, but who hasn't? We all have. We were interested, we were interested really in seeing how the numbers were. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing. It's competition. We need competition. I'm not once have I ever said, Microsoft should lead the console race, or, Sony or Nintendo. No, we need all three. We need the big three. We don't want, the big two. No, we need the big three because competition is good in the market. That helps, get things better. Believe it or not, yes, Microsoft's not doing much this generation, but they did a lot for gaming. If you don't believe it, look at multiplayer, look at competitive multiplayer at this point. You know what I'm saying? They helped set a standard for how, online gaming should be. You know what I'm saying? They did a lot, for gaming. They did a lot. 360 was a great console, did a lot. But they just lost their way in the long run. And that's something they can easily, fix when they get their attitude right and they realize that exclusives sell a console. But of course, you're going to have the corporate cheerleaders say no, and that's understandable. It's understandable. It's understandable. I was, kind of relaxing today. I was sitting back. I was playing a little bit of Rocket League, and, my messages go off. Now, I'm thinking, something major, came up. That's usually how a lot of things happen. You guys should be up on my message on PSN. But one of my subscribers, he's been a long-term sub. He's been subbed to me for quite some time. I think he's been subbed since I was like, 70, 100 subs. So I remember seeing him since then, long-time subscriber, and I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you, really, but, I appreciate it. But one thing that kind of ticked me off about this, now, this is disgusting because, he's telling me about a particular person. Now, at first, I was thinking, okay, who? Could it be, a certain somebody before? I was like, oh, wait, no, he's not talking about that person. He's talking about somebody else. So, I go and read these messages that he was asking me to go check out, and I read these messages, and, not only was I disgusted by what I read, I was actually embarrassed, not only as a human being, but as a gamer, to even have to read that sort of thing. I want you guys to look on screen real quick. What do you guys see? You see a beautiful little girl who's, enjoying Christmas. She's enjoying Christmas with her father and her mother, and she's opening her presents. We've all been down that road at one point in our lives where, whether we were fathers, and we had kids doing the same thing, or, of course, we were all kids and we were just in her same, her same spot, right? Same situation. When you have weirdos, okay, this is where the video gets weird and very, hurtful, really, to a lot of people. But when you have weirdos like this who dedicate their lives, okay, to trolling and attacking people, their children, when they go to the low extremes, right, the very, very lows, to try and talk trash on the internet over this piece of plastic, it really does make everything that we stand for as gamers look like that much more of a joke. It really does. You see, there's a reason why Anita Sarkeesian, there's a reason why that she triggers a lot of people. Now keep in mind, I am not a fan of Anita Sarkeesian. I am not a fan of her. If you don't even know who she is, she's a, if I'm not mistaken, she's a journalist, or yeah, she's a journalist, if I'm not mistaken, and she, you know, says a lot of negative things towards gaming. You know, she always says something negative. She'll say gamers are psychopaths, gamers are weirdos, you know, gamers do a lot of insane stuff, we need to go outside. And you know something? There are times, especially after you see what's happening in gaming as of late, you can't help but agree. Gaming needs to change for the better. There's a lot of things that have been said. There's a lot of things that have been done in, you know, in our community that we need to address as, you know, gamers and as, you know, civilians. We need to address it. It makes no sense that we have people being sent to jail because somebody got angry or was simply jealous because somebody's playing a Call of Duty game and they, you know, let's say they got a crazy donation, $300. It makes no sense that somebody gets swatted because they get a $300 donation just for doing something that they love and doing something that really is free in the long run, and that's advertising a game half the time. You know what I'm saying? Getting paid to play, you know, games is a treat for a lot of people. Of course, it's a treat for a lot of people. It's a treat, don't get me wrong. But half the time, you know, YouTube and especially the way things are going, a lot of these YouTubers that you guys think are making crazy bank, they're actually not because of demonetization. So when you have people, you know, getting swatted because they're jealous of a view count, they're jealous because they're getting money, it makes no sense, right? When you have people getting swatted over $2 bets in Call of Duty, that's a problem, especially when we lose life over that. We lose a life over it. It makes no sense. When you have grown-ass men in their 40s and 50s dedicating their lives, their channels, to white knighting for a company that they own no stocks in, they have no money, no partnership with, it makes no sense. And I hate to break it to you, you doing that is not going to get you a job with Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo, or hell, even PC. At the end of the day, Phil Spencer, at the end of the day, Jack Tretton, or not really Jack Tretton, Kasurai, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, man, you know, Miyamoto, all these guys are looking at you and they're calling you the very thing that you are. Weirdos. Weirdos. It makes no sense that in 2018, we got people this pathetic in our community and they can't even keep it gaming. Of course not. You know what I'm saying? They can't keep it gaming. They gotta go personal. They gotta talk about your occupation. They have to talk about the color of your skin. They have to talk about what you do in your spare time. They gotta talk about, you know, do you even have jobs? Do you have all this? And then they look stupid when you don't pay them no mind. When you either block them, when you either put them like in a section, right? In terms of YouTube, let's say you didn't block them, but you put them in a certain section in your in terms of YouTube, where it's like, you know, yeah, whatever. Like I'm saying, like he's like, it's like they're in a stockpile of people where it's like, you know, you don't really notice. You know what I'm saying? When you have people do that and then they try to be the victim and all this jazz, it makes everything look like a joke. It really does. I don't care if you're an Xbox dude, a PlayStation dude, Nintendo, I don't care. All this stuff that people are doing with the racism, with the retarded profiling, all this junk about what? What exactly are we doing this over? What are we doing this over? Because you can't refute a point? For example, you know, Xbox not having games because you can't refute a point like that? Or, you know, Sony not, I don't know what, not having a super cheap VR or something like that, right? You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. We're doing this over dumb stuff. And yet, here we are, not even like, it's funny how I had people ask me, right, when I did that video, when I was being legit, or where I put everything aside and I wanted everybody to understand what net neutrality was. You remember when I did that video, I had so many people thanking me for that. And yet I had, on the other hand, people saying, keep politics out of gaming. I think you should stop talking about net neutrality and just keep it gaming. How can I talk about gaming when this very thing is going to ruin gaming? This is actually gaming whether you like it or not. Net neutrality, that's a thing that's going to affect gaming. And yet, you know, people don't understand that. They don't. They really don't. Again, it don't matter what kind of a gamer you are, it doesn't. But all I'm saying is this, man. We need to get back on track. We need to get back to what matters in our community. Keyword, our community. Not my community. Not your community. Our community. Gaming is our community. It doesn't matter which platform you're on. It's our community. We are one. We are a legion when it comes to gaming. We stand by something that we love. Half of us, if not majority of us who are gaming, have been there since we were 5 years old. I started gaming when I was at the age of 4. Kid you not, I started gaming around the age of 4. And I have not put the controller down since. It's become a big part of my life. But I know what's important in life. And it's not the company. It's not the company. It's about us. We are important. So when people lose their lives over something stupid, as something like getting swatted, how do you think that makes me feel? When somebody's daughter is being, you know, cursed out and being, you know, called everything in the book because, you know, somebody's angry because they have no life. How do you think that makes me feel about gaming? I want you to really think about that. Do me a huge favor. For those of you who are here, I want y'all to go check out Jackknife's channel. Go to his video with his daughter. And I want you all to leave a good message. I want you all to say, you know, just say something positive, man. I really do. It would mean the world to me if you actually thumb that video up. The mother of his daughter is actually upset. And it would mean the world to me that you hit the like button and send a good message to them. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I would like to do today is one good deed that would, you know, let you guys know that who I'm really here for. You know, I would not be here if I did not love any of you. I would not be here if I did not love gaming. And I want you to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Whether you ride with me, you know what I'm saying, you're family to me. And I got to stick up for my family. I learned that, you know, a long time ago. I really did. You stick by those who stick by you. And you get, you know, you get through the times, you get through stuff. So, if you guys liked the video, thumbs it up. If you didn't, thumbs it down. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I'll see you guys in my next video. But at the end of the day, guys, gaming needs to go back to being what it was. And that was fun. I want y'all to think about that before you ever leave another retarded comment about NPD, make another retarded troll account to do something stupid about, you know, Sony, Nintendo, or Microsoft. Be good. All right? Y'all have a good one. I'll see you guys later. Deuces.